Hey everybody, on this episode of Crash and Burn, the Audi's hurt. Let's see what's going on with it. So I'm battling two problems on this car. For one, I'm having a coolant leak coming from the back of the car, so I'm thinking that's a coolant expansion tank that just cracked. And also, yesterday I was driving through DC and I'm hearing a rattle from the front end. It doesn't affect the steering or the suspension of the vehicle, at least from what I can tell behind the wheel, but it's very unnerving to have your supercar make weird noises. So let's get the front end apart, take a look, see what's going on. All right, now that we're underneath here, we can take apart all of these clips. They all need to go. So there's about 25 of these clips all around the car. There's 4 panels of these plastic varieties that all need to go. So let's get them out of the way. So if you remember back in the Grand National build, I replaced the coil and the module underneath it just due to some running condition issues. It was a little bit drippy underneath, but nothing like this. And as you can see, the more it sat, the more it, the more it got worse. I could barely even open it now, but before they were, there we go. Let me show you all what I'm dealing with. So that's what the inside looks like. So happy I changed. So the trunk is out and I'm taking a look around. Everything looks great. Can't see any loose components. Nothing looks out of whack. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this driver front tire off, see if there's anything else we can see with the suspension. Hoping the problem will become a little bit easier to see then. Fancy. So taking you in here, you'll see that everything looks pretty clean, pretty legit. I shook everything around, trying to see if there's any play anywhere or anything like that. Nothing. No rattles. Did confirm that we do have the scale racing suspension. And even when I was applying pressure, like the bounce test on the car, I didn't hear anything either, so. Haven't solved the mystery yet, but I can take off the other wheel on the other side and see if there's anything else, so let's do that. Now, before I do, I did see this, so we got a nail in our tire as well. I wanted to feel for cupping, a little bit of cupping on the inside of the wheel. Nothing to be too alarmed about. These are old tires too, so it's always ridden straight without any pulling in one direction or anything like that, so no concerns. All right, so same story on the passenger side front. Everything looks great, which I'm partially relieved because, you know, I bought this car and I want to make sure that it's in good condition. And it does seem like it is, at least the front suspension does. But I'm still having issues, so I am going to put the wheels back on and take it for a short drive and see if I can narrow down the noise further now that we got a lot of other parts out of the way. The only thing that I could think of is that the suspension, well, the coilover here, it failed internally. And that's why I'm not able to see anything else going on. But we'll get it out on the road again and see what's up. On the passenger side wheel and tire, everything looked good. No nails or deficiencies. Back together. Okay, so game plan is to get it out on the road, but I have this. This is the safety latch in case you find an enormously small person and you want to put them inside the trunk. I need to make sure that this is secure and it's not going to rattle around, along with some other components of the car here. So I'm going to zip tie them in place, make sure that they pass the rattle test, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I don't think there's a need to take it out on the road because I think I figured out what the issue is. And my money is leaning on an internal failure of that driver's side front shock. Now, take a listen. That's about the same pitch and consistency that I heard as we were going over bumps. And the only thing that I'm seeing that's going on is this shock. So I am going to reach out to the manufacturer, see what the replacement options are, but I think we nailed it. On the next episode, we'll figure out how long it's going to take to get the R8 back up and running, and maybe we'll tackle that coolant leak. Here goes. Thanks for watching.